Hi, everybody. How are you guys? Good, I hope. How do I sound? Am I too loud? Okay, let me. I think I might be too loud. Oh boy, guys, it's finally here. I've been able to. I've been able to finally talk about Clair Obscur Expedition 33. I was lucky enough to have a review copy of this, and I've been thoroughly investigating it. And it's I had I I had expectations for the game, but there's no way I would have known that I was wandering into a turn-based game that was going to breach my top five. Really, anybody that watched my review posted on this channel at 10 o'clock, and let me know, by the way, if how Twitch and YouTube look, if you can. Uh, I mean, I kind of can't. Well, I think I'm gained up here. Let me turn down my microphone a little. How's that? That's still really loud? Can you hear me, guys? Is this good? How's this? All right. We'll find out when I turn on music. But yeah, uh, I've been desperate to talk about the game, and yesterday the Oblivion shadow drop happened, and I'm excited for everybody that wants to play that and gets to play that. And it's 500 hours. It's going to be there when this is done. But if you have budget for only one game right now, please support the new IPs. Please support the smaller studio first. It means a lot to their developer. It gives their marketing more legs. It has a long term impact on the way that the game is received and how it shapes the the industry moving forward. So that's my little special request to you. Um, and I'm obviously diving into Oblivion too, mostly off stream, just to revisit a classic. I do think it was a weird move on Microsoft's part to kind of throw uh, Expedition 33 under the bus. However, it's always hard to say for sure. Somebody brought up a good point, that perhaps what they were attempting to do was incentivize Game Pass subscription, um, and get new subscribers to Game Pass who would then in turn be able to download uh, Clair Obscur 33, Expedition 33 for free. Because if you have Game Pass, this is going to be free on it for PC or Xbox. For PS5 users, it's a discounted game, and I'll be honest. When I walked into the equation of a discounted game, I'm like, why is this discounted? Uh, it must be a reflection of its quality. I'm just trained to do that as a consumer, and I was wrong. I was wrong to do that. This is unbelievable. Um, Small team, everything. So I don't have a ton of time to stream this, so I'm just gonna kind of focus on the game here, and the opening portions. We'll talk about neoclassical art, etc. Um, I'm getting some drop frames too, and I'm not totally sure why, but um, we'll figure it out. Uh, Probably has something to do with Twitch dual stream. Usually does, but we'll go from there. So let me pull up the game. Now my game is going to be a little different than yours just because I've had it for a while. Um, I'm not going to spoil story stuff for past a certain point. Um, you may see some things that you don't recognize, but nothing that's going to uh, spoil story for you. This is hard mode. This is way late game builds, but in the new portion of the story, and we're mostly going to be hanging around in the intro section, um, and breezing through combat, so you guys don't need to worry about it. But if you have any questions in the interim, um, if you have any questions about, oh, hold on, let me change my camera. Or let me try if it lets me. Eh, Try this. Sorry, just getting my act together here. Oh, that's too far the other way. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, perfect. Oh man, look how perfect that is. Okay. So welcome to Clair Obscur, Expedition 33. I put a lot of time into the game. I don't think that most people will put this much time into the game, and that's not indemnification of the game. It is just that I'm in a unique position um, to explore the game in a different way because I'm a content creator, and that's just kind of how it works. So this is the very intro of the game. So let's just get to it. If you have any questions about the game, as long as it's not spoiling a major plot point past the first, we'll say third, I'll happily answer it for you, and we'll go from there.
Dam, dalilam, vacarme, s'en va dans l'oubli éternel. Et Gustave, Dom guardia
Main setting, obviously, a version of Paris where it's unfamiliar to humans. And if I can get a sound check for people.
Les toits se renoient, gris fera. Clair obscur, trouble de rature, trouvera effet. Clair obscur, dans des hauts peintures, trouvera sans elle. Clair obscur, trouble de rature.
If you're gonna give someone flowers, you should probably do it before they wither and die.
What, the flower? Or Sophie?
Ooh, dark. Sophie would approve. Hey, you said it, not me. The others are waiting for you. You're supposed to be helping with the festival.
With what? Putting up 3 tables? They'll manage.
You underestimate Lumiere's enthusiasm for the expedition. There's at least...
Let's dance, asshole!
Oh, thank you,
Marvelous.
Jano. We're just starting with the intro here. Also, Jano, can you tell me how I sound? I don't know how, if I'm too loud or if there's any double stuff. We're just doing the intro of the game, or at least the first third. There's a bunch of story stuff that happens that I'm not spoiling for a while. So we'll kind of wait until I redo that. I have a ton of videos planned for this game. So yeah. Oh, thank you, Jano. Sold? Yeah.
Have you tried throwing with your other arm?
Very
instead?
French.
If you could hit the paintress directly, that would actually be useful.
You know, hobbies don't always have to be useful. I'm enjoying the uselessness of today and readying my usefulness for tomorrow. And soon, I'll get to do a lot more than throw rocks.
Charlie Cox absolutely
That's what all the other
crushes
expeditions said.
Hey,
Gustav's vocal
you know
performance
they
here.
gave their lives to lay the trail for us, right?
Yeah, I know. Sorry.
Yeah.
You still got a flower to give, no?
Yes. Yes.
Cutscene
Just-
quality is like AAA too. Something about particularly in the first third, the dialogue quality is really organic. Like they're interrupting each other. It feels like real like cinematic dialogue, like modern film. Something you don't necessarily expect from indie studio. Where, I mean, honestly, it's better than a lot of the triple to quadruple A games. You know.
I'm not sure how to start. After 4 years apart, what do I say to her on the day of her gamache?
You're asking me? I don't know. Sun's about to set, so be direct. Hey, Soph, been a while. Could we...
So we start out here in Lumiere. And we don't know who Sophie is. We just know that Maëlle wants Gustav to do something for her. And that's give her a flower. And yeah, we'll take the flower. We get a first good look at how
All right, let's
pretty
go.
this game can
I'll
be.
accompany you there.
Or do we?
Are you ready to see her again?
Yeah. Been ready.
I know there's some spasms there. I don't know why that was, but that's okay. But here we are. We're in this dystopian, apocalyptic France. And as we look further, like the level of dismay seems clear.
I set
you
up
know?
these grapple shortcuts. Nice, huh? Don't tell your sister, though. I sort of
Like
borrowed
it's-
the hooks from the Expedition Academy. Wish I had them when I was working as a courier.
Huh. Okay, hold on just a second. Let me make sure. I'm not gonna get myself into some kind of temperature trouble here. Okay. Maybe close a few things. All right, let's see if that's any better. YouTube's not receiving that video. I tell you what, guys, I don't know how well I'm going to be able to hang in there with Twitch. So just for this stream, maybe let's pop back to YouTube only. We'll see. Let's see what happens here. Frame drops are going down. Okay. As we look at the world around here,
Come on, Gustav, speed up a bit. Sophie will have already gamaged by the time you've arrived.
My head.
I can't believe Sophie already turned 33. She looks so much younger than you.
Thanks.
She's popular. I'm sure she already has a necklace full of flowers.
I can imagine.
so we can feel a premise being slowly built up here.
What?
You look tense.
Yeah, yeah.
I know what you need. A little jewel.
No.
Come on, it'll loosen you up. You can't go and see Sophie all somber and tense.
Can't I though?
And if you win, I'll give you something you can use with your Lumina converter.
All right, you're on.
Yes! You won. Now, don't you feel better? I see your smile. All right, now, let's go find Sophie. I saw her near the red and white tree.
Yeah.
Oh, the plaza is lively. Why people like to celebrate the gommage is still a mystery to me, but oh well.
You get a ton of subtle clues as the world system
The red
builds
and
here.
white tree. I've always found it beautiful.
The exploration
really
of all the
understand.
existential themes are
You and Sophie
reflected
broke
in
up so
every
long
part.
ago.
So if you're paying attention to things
Clearly,
like,
you never got over her. Why'd you wait until today to say something?
you know, existential threat,
It's a bit
dread,
late, isn't it?
that sort of stuff comes up constantly. And it finds a way to explore all of these really well.
Sophie's down there.
Yeah, I know.
Good luck. I'll be here for you if things don't go as planned.
Thanks.
Use of color is fantastic. There's a lot more color in the game than I expected.
The last few days meant everything.
Who's Sophie?
Can we talk?
Gustav. I love you all.
That's for your, if there's room.
There's always room.
You know, I'm
Unless you-
sorry that...
Hear that?
You don't need to... Okay,
You go.
you.
You know how I feel? I wish things had been... You know, I often think... Another path, you know, another future.
Still can't finish your sentences, can you?
Yep, that hasn't changed.
I missed that. I never faulted you for wanting to believe. You're fighting. To change things. I understand.
The economy of information is so good here, right? Like we get little pieces of information. We get that for some reason that Sophie's 33 and that she has a wreath, you know, a flower wreath, and that somebody sees her with the wreath and honors her here. And, you know, we kind of have a basic idea of, most of you probably have a basic idea of the overall premise of the game, you know, and so this is going to fit into that, but it's still, if you're going in blind, this game does not handhold with the storytelling at all. There's no, I can't go now and like look at the journal entries of something and see, you know, have this re-explained to us. Like this, it does not hold your hand. There's no yellow paint for this story.
Just
I'm not against yellow paint, by the way.
in a different world, right?
We'll break the cycle, so she can't steal anyone else's future.
Stubborn people change the world. And you are the most stubborn person I know. Thank you. Walk me to the harbor?
Yes.
And character control changes like kind of a refreshing amount. Just piles of white and red. Bunch of strange things here. It's a trash can. All right, thanks. It's just a trash can. All right, thanks. But you can't interact with these ones. There's little things like that. You're encouraged to explore and question and not take anything for granted. every map design, even seemingly innocuous ones like this, is like kind of teeming with secrets.
Oh, hi, Sophie. So Gustav really did come, huh?
Yeah, he did.
I knew he would.
Shh. He might hear us.
I'm choosing the other option from whatever I chose before, just FYI. So if you're wondering you're like, oh, that doesn't seem like something Baby Seal would choose, you're probably right.
You're a lucky one, you know?
I know that.
But he is too.
Looks like you still have a lot of flowers left.
Well, there are less and less people to buy them. I just wish you didn't have to wear one.
It becomes really clear what's happening here, you know, like what the context of this is. And it just drips with like this really bittersweet morass, but it's still not telling you. It's more showing you, you know, and it does a lot of that with its storytelling.
I should finish cleaning up here and join everyone at the harbour. See you.
See you.
And it's like
I can't imagine what you're going through.
the anticipation of
I'm
grief
fine.
is really it's like an
I'm
interesting
fine.
psychological
I've lived
phenomenon.
33 good years.
And
Look
I think they
around.
depict it really well.
We've
Like,
had our whole lives to prepare. We're all fine. Mostly.
we're
I'm
all
fine.
fine mostly.
You will be.
You see Sophie here, like, taking on the mantle of helping other people through their grief, you know, of expected grief. People have gathered here on their way to the harbor, reuniting one last time. So now we've got, you know, enough information to understand the dreariness of the event that we're at, you know. But it's the merriment and the celebration, all of that stuff, the pageantry. And yes, you can play the piano. Not exhaustively, but there is some platforming in the game. There shouldn't be, but that's okay. Minor complaint.
The scintillating Sophie. You're as gorgeous as always.
Cyril, you flatterer. Need some help with your writing again?
Beautiful and perceptive, per usual. See, I'm preparing the headline for tomorrow, and who could write it better than someone who celebrates her special day today?
True. So, what will the article be about?
Actually,
You don't know.
well,
You really are lazy.
help me again, Sophie, please. My boss will kill me.
Sure. Let me think of a headline.
The pale sun ascends above the crimson blossom. Expedition 33 shall be the destined journey. Cyril really needs to take his job seriously. Let's be hopeful.
Expedition 33 shall be the destined journey.
Headline about the expedition. That's bold. Nobody really cares about them anymore after their constant failures. But that would make a wonderful underdog story. Okay, now I'm inspired. You really are a divine being, Sophie.
Getting
Don't
needed
forget to credit me.
context about what the expeditions are.
I would never. Thank you for all these times.
It's always been a pleasure, my friend. Take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Even the little dialogue like that, really well performed. Are you stuck? Are you stuck, Gustav? That happens sometimes.
Hey, you. You seem like a woman with exquisite taste. I just finished my sculpture of the legendary Esquier. This may be my life's finest work, yet not a single soul seems to care. How could I make it better?
Perhaps you could paint it, add some color. Maybe sculpt something more menacing, like a Nevron.
Maybe sculpt something more menacing, like a Nevron.
I see. Something that induces fear to attract attention. Brilliant. I knew you were the right person to ask. Thank you for your insight.
You're most welcome.
I shall get to work tomorrow. I see you're wearing flowers. What's your name?
Sophie.
Sophie. As a thank you, I shall chisel your name onto the statue.
Oh, you don't have to.
But I will.
All right, good to know. I get a statue.
Oh, Sophie. What a lovely smell.
Thank you, Richard.
I could recognize it from miles away. It's good you're here, Sophie. I have a favor to ask of you.
Anything for my beloved sewing teacher?
We are of the same cohort. Today is my gommage.
As you can see, he's also wearing a
And
flower
my
wreath.
son and I had a fight last night. He said he wants to join the expedition. He wants to waste the last year of his life.
So to them, they feel the idea of the expedition is it's burning valuable time.
I didn't want that for him.
And it's feeling more and more meaningless. And so this community is already starting to feel the weight of, this cycle.
I used to think it was a bad choice. Today, I no longer do. I know I made a mistake. I tried to impose my views on him when he is much braver than I will ever be. So I sewed a special uniform for him. That's my last gift. Could you bring it to him?
Of course. I'll bring it to Jules.
He won't join the gommage ceremony, but he will be at the Expedition Festival tonight for sure. Oh, but you...
Don't worry. I'll ask Gustav.
Gustav, are you back together?
For this moment? Maybe.
For this moment.
I'm glad. He's a good person.
Yes. He is.
Thanks to both of you. And see you.
See you.
Even that, there's this emptiness to the promise of see you, an understanding that it's a pleasantry. A lot of that stuff occurs in this game. Especially in the intro sequence here. Intro is really strong. And I'm going to be honest, and I said this to other people, that the intro to this game is so strong, it scared me. because the last time the intro of a game was really strong, it sort of set me up to fail for the rest of the game. I'm not going to name that game, but you guys know what it is, probably.
Is something wrong?
The expeditions. What a joke.
Oh.
All they do is leave us here to die. They're just escaping.
You know their goal is to save us all, right?
Yes, that's what my father told me last year. Before he left for Expedition 34. And here we are again this year. We could have spent one more year together instead of wasting it away.
Your father fought to offer you a better future.
I have no future. I know it and I've accepted it. We're doomed.
You never know. This expedition might be different.
It's true.
There are some special people in this one.
Yeah, right.
Gustav, why don't you show her some of your fighting skills to prove her wrong?
So Gustav is sort of presented here as like a mold breaker. He's bringing something artistic.
This guy is strong.
They all train their picto skills very hard to save us all. And so did your father.
Then, Madame, why didn't you join?
Me? I'm content with my life. I know what I can and cannot change. Or maybe because I was afraid.
Do you think I should join the expedition?
My friend Ciel always says, do your best. Either it works or it doesn't. Live your life as you want.
I don't want to have regrets. I don't have that much time.
When the time comes, you'll make the right decision. I'm sure.
Thank you. Now I think I know. Give this to your boyfriend. My father gave it to me, but it might be more useful for him.
They're trying to recruit for future expeditions. The number of people volunteering is going down every year.
Why does Manon keep saying, death comes to us all?
You haven't heard that before?
No.
Unofficial expedition motto. You never heard Lucien say it either. It's one of his favorites.
I think he prefers, we're already dead, you're just catching up.
Yeah, I heard that one recently.
I don't know. Kinda nice in a way. Having a deadline forces you to prioritize. It's a bit freeing as we get closer to the end.
You can really find the silver lining in everything, can't you?
Yeah, it's an interesting perspective.
No, it's just things don't always work out the way we want. No use getting upset, you know? Use what we can, leave what we can't.
And these kind of like really intense situations do have a tendency to stretch the limits of what we can rationalize, and it's usually when some of our most like profound thoughts come. So it's like the very setting is a great canvas for really profound, meaningful musings on, you know, existential philosophy. So the setting is already really well built, you know, for profundity.
Hi, Gustav. You're back. Oh, did you want to pick out a different flower?
No, the one you suggested earlier was perfect.
Oh, I'm glad. These garlands are our last farewell. I want them all to feel special.
You want them
I
all
have
to
a
feel
garland
special.
saved for you too. But it's not a farewell garland. It will be a welcome home garland. Good luck, my friend.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ophelia.
Oh, Luna's playing. You two would make a
Luna.
cute couple.
If you say so.
Or maybe something already happened, huh?
The brevity of life too. It really changes the way that they are forced to conceptualize things like relationships and happiness. Like having this ticking clock, it kind of eliminates some of the jealousy that you would typically hear. You just got Sophie being like, I just want this person to go on. I want this person to enjoy the last year of their life. It's really beautiful and kind of bittersweet. And very French.
This lady truly is exquisite.
In love?
Not quite. I am only in love with her art. My inspiration has been quite lacking recently. Nobody buys paintings anymore. Just because she is called the paintress doesn't mean painting is evil.
Your canvas seems quite empty.
I need inspiration. But you, I can see you're in love. With this fine gentleman, I suppose.
We broke up.
Ooh.
That is of no consequence in the matters of love.
True.
But it is this passion I so fiercely desire in my painting. I know. How about showing me a dance of love and sorrow? I am also the official painter of the opera.
The opera.
Will you help me? If you inspire me, you may become the main painting of Lumiere's opera.
I wonder if this would have an impact on anything later on.
Fantastic. You may start. Here, gorgeous lady, take this paintbrush and show me your wrath.
Your wrath.
Okay, I guess.
Come on, dodge your lady's beautiful moves. That was splendid. One more time. Sublime. One last time. That was splendid. Splendid. I was so enthralled that I completed the painting in an instant.
In an instant.
It's nice to know something of us will remain in the world after today. Thank you.
It is I who should thank you. It was a moving dance. I will propose it for the new opera painting we have to do this year.
I feel it wasn't that impressive, but okay.
Love will always be impressive. Also, take this as a gesture of appreciation. I see your not boyfriend is an expeditioner. It may prove useful.
A recoat of paint. But here's the picture that was created. And, a lot of the art here, it's very French, but it sort of encapsulates like several centuries of art. The art in this game, it sort of borders on like neoclassical. Like, the very famous, there's like the Decocco style, and then there's the remember that famous picture of Napoleon, one of the more famous paintings of France. A lot of it is in that realm, and I know that a lot of the aesthetic appears to be like turn of the century France, like 1900s France. But you'll see the art style kind of represents a couple century
you really think
range.
you're doing something, eh? Out there?
Maxine, you're drunk.
None of you ever come back. You go and you take our resources and you waste it all on a fucked up hero adrenaline fantasy. And still, she kills us.
You should go home. Where's your daughter?
Where do you think? Mourning her mother on the anniversary of her death. Of all their deaths.
Then maybe you should be with her.
I can't.
Damn.
I can't look at her. She's just another reminder that nothing we do matters. Nothing. We hope and we persevere, and still they die. They all die and we can't stop it. We can't save them. We bring another generation into this world just so they can watch us die before they're even old enough to understand why.
That's why we're going. We can save them. With our Lumiere tech. The Paintress?
The Paintress? What? What's a scrawny shit like you gonna do to the
Hey
Paintress,
there.
eh?
Hey now.
We're already dead. You're just catching up.
Maxime.
Forget it. Bon voyage.
Second time we heard that phrase. We're already dead, you're just catching up. Look at that. Gommage 34. Perfectly normal trash cans everywhere. Another family that will be torn apart by the gommage, and more children for the already crowded orphanage. So we can take a look at this. We look at children around 2 people with flower wreaths here.
Sometimes I feel sorry for her.
Who? The Paintress?
Look at her. She looks sad. Maybe she's a prisoner too. Stuck in the same cycle with us. Silly, huh?
Only you could choose empathy at a moment like this.
It's one of the few choices I can make.
It's one of the few choices I can make.
It's okay. You don't have to.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't make that choice.
Oh, hi, Sophie.
Oh, Mael. I didn't expect to see you here.
I'm volunteering to help guide children who are losing their parents to the orphanage. Those who weren't registered for foster families.
How kind of you.
I guess I can relate.
Take care during the expedition. Gustav told me a lot of wonderful things about you.
About you too. I always told him you two should never have broken up.
Look at these orphans. That's where we disagreed. But I have hope that you and Gustav will change things, so no one has to go through this impossible choice again.
Yeah.
So the choice was about children.
Let's hope we
and
will.
bringing children into the world.
See you.
And in a situation like this, that's hard.
In the next life.
Now, something really fun about Expedition 33 is it's just the little secrets lurking around every corner. This is one of the first ones. And anybody that saw the demo knows that the Mime fights are part of it. And here's a weird mime standing here. Hello? Hello. The mime reacts. It attacks.
Gustav, help!
Now I could end this fight, but we'll play with it a little bit.
Down!
You know, even at a high level,
That was close.
pretty impossible to tank a combo from a mime.
Thanks,
So
Gustav.
you got a parry.
Did someone build this? There's something on its body.
A record on its body.
You'd have to be crazy to use pictos on your own body.
Why? Aren't you enjoying the show?
Nah, the show's great, but etching chroma onto your skin, oh, that's brutal. And just for a dance.
So here we learn what these pictos are and how they operate, and they're tattoos.
I'll stick to painting pictos on my machines. I'm not cuckoo enough to put them on my body.
Could be useful though. The expeditions rely on them quite heavily.
Yeah, they're crazy too. But at least you can remove pictos pretty easily if you change your mind.
So right off the bat, we're getting like interesting commentary on the universe being driven by art, like driven by paint. So pictos are little pictures, right? And it's chroma, which means color, etched onto your skin to become pictos.
Mate, I wish I was going with you. If we could just send a bigger force, get all of Lumiere to just throw everything we got at the bloody paintress. Ah, but my brother would kill me. His number's up soon and I'm guardian for his kid.
Right, so they have like preservation of this dwindling society to think
Uncle
about.
Victor. Suits you.
But Maëlle, quite the ballsy one, eh? No looking back for her. Bet she can't wait to get out of here.
Not much hesitation on her part.
So as you can imagine, so what we've established is that for pretty much everyone, the expedition consists of people who are living the last year of their life by going to fight the paintress.
Nah, hesitation was never her
But
style.
we're seeing that Maëlle is an exception to that. She decided to go when younger. People on the dock are the ones who won't gommage. They're here to show their solidarity for those wearing flowers. And again, the game has done everything it can to show us, you know, what's going to happen. We know what's going to happen. But it doesn't explicitly say it. And it's not just because, like, it wants you to figure it out. It knows you figured it out. It's an artistic choice because often that's how we talk about death. That's how we talk about loss, is we avoid the pain of it. It's like looking at the sun, you know, and that's one of the ways that we grieve socially for upcoming tragedy and inevitable tragedy.
I've always loved the harbor.
The paintress will awaken soon, and the gommage will start. We want to head to the harbor. Yes. Sophie and Gustav move towards the harbor.
I see you're apprentices.
Oh.
Gustav! Gustav!
What?
Here.
That's
Sophie asked
exactly
us to
right, by
bring
the
you
way,
your
Blue
coat.
Silver.
We sewed up the sleeves so you don't have to keep rolling it up.
You guys know how to sew?
Sophie helped us.
Turns out it's not that hard. You really should have done this ages ago.
You did this.
Gentlemen, that was supposed to be between us, yeah? I wanted to do something for you.
Soph. Thanks, guys. This is great. Thank you.
See you at the festival?
Don't leave without saying goodbye.
Yeah, of course not. What? I know that face.
You mean a lot to them. I can tell.
Yeah, they mean a lot to me too. Legacy can take many forms, right?
Yeah.
You told me that.
Right.
Why?
I wanted to see you wearing it.
Oh, you like uniforms now?
This too is your legacy.
In a way. It's yours too.
The music is fantastic. Little touches of feelings, little cracks, feelings. Hitting her face.
Esti tornere marina. Esti l'inaki soledad. Tona l'ora tovla. Alina. Sta surano taki le noir tonari fuego verso Alina ai.
The framing of this shot is just fantastic. And in French, fromage means to clean or to purify.
I'm here.
Good lord, what an intro. Caspo, without any spoilers, do I feel the story overall is good and holds up? Yes. One of the best stories of all time in a video game. And there are two moments where I feel like they where my initial response was that they misstepped, and then I was patient and the world built up around those decisions, those subversions, and nailed the landing.
There you are. You can't hide from us, you know. Like I said, mourning's best done with friends.
Lucian.
What? It is. Grieving alone's the worst.
They're so used to grieving. That's the nature of this world system.
Yeah, no, yeah, could use a drink.
Five tables this year. You see that? Told you we'd beat the 34s. Even my Elle showed up and she hates these things. Wanna go take a look?
I don't... maybe later. I'll catch up. I'm okay. I'm okay. You go.
Yeah. Time for a refill anyway.
There's an excess of wine, again. Thank you, sister, for her generosity.
Oh, and try to enjoy yourself. Don't drink alone, you weirdo.
Yeah, right. Enjoy myself.
All right, speaking of grabbing a drink, hold on just a sec. Let me grab a quick beverage. Hi, everybody. All right. Okay, I'm all juiced up. Oh, you know what? Let me try and figure out the issue is with. Acting is really slick. Okay. All right, we're back.
Let's at least check on Mael and my apprentices.
Check on Mael first. Oh, look how beautiful this game is. There, you know, and look, there are times when you're looking at this game and level design and you're like, oh, this is a small team developed Unreal Engine game that utilizes some turnkey developer tools. And it does, like, if you're very, like, terminally gamer, you'll recognize that it's a small team that did this. And, you know, it can affect, like, the aesthetic feel of it. But there are times when, like, they really stick the landing with, like, a aesthetic feel that they're going for. And this is definitely one of those times.
I knew I'd find you here. Having second thoughts about the expedition.
Please. More ready to go than you are.
Yeah, I know. Look, I know we've been over this, but as your guardian, I need to say this one more time. The rest of us only have a year left, but you've got 9 good years before your Gamache. You don't need to leave yet. It's a lot to risk.
1 year out there is better than 9 years in here.
I know you think that.
If anyone should stay, it's you. You have friends and family who want you here.
So do you.
No, I don't.
Emma thinks of you as family.
Lumiere is not my home. Not the way it is for you. Besides, this way I can keep an eye on you for Emma.
Right. Because she needs eyes everywhere.
Shush. You're lucky you have a sister who cares.
Okay, so we learn Emma is Gustav's sister.
Doubly lucky, since now I have 2.
So Gustav
All right,
sees Mael as
enough
a sister.
chit-chat. Come on, old man, let's have a duel.
So Gustav has 2 sisters.
Old man?
You're pretty much the oldest man in Lumiere now, no? This time, I'm not messing around.
Here we can skip so that I can just destroy this. Look at
No
that.
shame losing to a superior fighter.
Just a single attack.
Let me paint death!
Not bad for the oldest man in Lumiere, eh?
Congratulations, you beat a teenager. Take this token as your
Okay, so
well-deserved
now
prize.
that answers that. She's young. She's a teenager.
Don't get too drunk tonight, okay?
Where are my scallywag apprentices? I promised to find them at the festival.
Wow, so many expeditioners.
Jules,
So
we
cool.
remember Jules, right? We were given an outfit for him. Gustav gives Jules the uniform that his father made for him, and we saw him get Gomage.
That's... He made that overnight? Dad. Damn. Now I feel stupid for fighting with him. Oh, Dad. You take it.
What?
I'm not sure I'll ever use it. Maybe I'll go blind like my father, or maybe another expedition will succeed. I want to support the expedition now. Take it. It may be useful to you. It's okay. I don't need the uniform to know my dad's with me.
Thanks.
They're all so used to it that they've all developed different coping methods just to understand. You can put it on. And anybody that saw the preview knows there's a lot of outfits. Some of these I haven't even seen.
You came.
I wasn't sure if I should.
You've been avoiding us.
I heard Seba filled my spot after I left.
Yeah.
She was going to join the expedition and
I
decided
think I'm a
against
coward
it.
for staying.
Do you?
Not anymore. Not all of us can change the world. Some of us can only change ourselves.
Meaning what? Make yourself accept the unacceptable? Make believe that happiness is... this?
Damn,
More
Gustav.
like rediscover happiness. One Gomage left. Maybe contentment is the highest form of happiness.
It makes me sad to hear you talk like this. The painter stole so many things, including your capacity to dream.
No, you misunderstand. My mind is where I can be free. She can't touch me there. This is my final act of defiance. Just like the expedition is yours.
Totally fair and
If you say
valid.
so.
But that interaction gives us an idea of where
I
Gustav
just finished
is.
calibrating the Lumiere converter. We can launch test runs as soon as we land.
Perfect.
Hey, does Lune seem preoccupied to you? She's been distant lately.
Well, it's Lune.
This feels different.
I haven't noticed anything, but you know her better.
Nah, she doesn't like people prying. I've known her since we were 6. She hates personal questions.
Regarding the painter, everyone that is the age above the number painted vanishes, correct? So if it's a countdown, each expedition gets younger and younger, correct? Yes, Caspop. And they don't shy away with like some of the logistical issues for what that would mean for a budding society. You know.
Ah, right. You were both apprenticed to her parents.
Yeah. Let's just say they ran a tight ship.
I can imagine.
So we're learning that Lune's parents were very overbearing.
Ready for tomorrow?
Yeah. Been ready. What about you? Heard you were elected Commander 32. Congrats.
I've already claimed Alon's office. It's got a nicer view than mine.
A view of the paintress. You're sicker than I thought.
She won't be there for long.
If we fail, though.
When one falls, we continue.
We continue.
We'll pick up and
We'll push on. But
I know we will meet again.
I can't believe you're working right now.
Tristan dragged me here.
Is that the final spot? It's amazing you triangulated Expedition Zero's landing spot.
Theoretically. Extrapolated from the archives, but Was 67 years ago. So much of the landscape has changed.
I trust your calculations.
Thanks.
It's a good strategy, tracing their steps. They're the only expedition with any survivors, and they made it to the monoliths.
Only expedition with any survivors, 67. They made
Assuming
it
the
to the
records are
monolith.
correct, my calculations are correct, that they left clear markers, that road conditions haven't changed, that...
You need a drink.
Go away, Gustav.
Hey.
Hey yourself. You okay?
Yeah. Actually, no.
That's okay.
What about
That's
you?
okay. It's okay not
You
to
say
be
goodbye
okay.
to Derek?
Oh, that was over ages ago.
Oh, sorry.
Eh,
I really thought you guys would work out.
it's for the best. I need full focus on the expedition and our team. We're all we have.
We're all we have.
We're all we have.
Glass of wine? Or a hug?
Keep your sweat to yourself.
Bring Gustav a glass of wine.
Who exactly are you talking to? They cut servers from the budget years ago.
Ah, the ultimate indignity. A farewell party where we serve ourselves. There's a metaphor in there somewhere.
I'm betting you've got another bottle stashed in your coat somewhere. You gonna share?
You wound me. But yes, in fact, I do have a bottle.
Always be
But what's in
prepared.
it? Always bring backup. Same difference.
Right.
And I am prepared. Prepared to live. And prepared to die.
You're such an idiot.
Hey. We've got your Lumina converter, yeah? I believe. I'm ready for my Lumina.
Yeah, well, we've only tested it here. Who knows what we'll meet on the main continent? We'll need more field testing once we land.
Don't worry, buddy. I've got you covered.
Great. Thanks, buddy.
So Gustav has developed a converter for Lumina.
Gustav! Just the man I wanted to see.
You want a rematch, don't you?
Well, it's my last chance, isn't it?
After tomorrow, you'll be the undisputed expert on expedition history.
That's tomorrow. What about today?
So Gustav is the undisputed history of expedition historian. Who am I to deny you?
Who
Fire
am I
away.
to deny you? Fire.
How many years ago was the fracture?
You're kidding. This is your question.
Yes. When did our world break apart and our luminous city get thrown into the middle of the ocean? When was the fracture?
It gives you three possibilities, and you just use the context of what is around you, and you can sort of assume, well, we're at 33. It counted down from 34, and it's more likely a difference, and it's not like 134 years ago, so you choose 67 years.
Brilliant. I concede. You are the undisputed expert on Lumiere and history.
But it's exposition. It's a way to kind of break up how exposition is given to
What are
us.
you talking about? Every child knows this. The monolith's essentially a reverse calendar, counting down since the fracture happened in year 100.
All right, fine. Another one then. Which was the first expedition to depart for the continent?
Does make sense that it would be any of these, right? Expedition 199. So this is Expedition 33. Let's say Expedition 0.
Expedition 0.
Correct. That still annoys me. They left in year 100. They should be called Expedition 100. Makes no sense. Lumiere will be long gone before the monolith hits 0. All right, last one. Get it right, and maybe I'll give you a token. What is a Lumina?
It's either a special type of weapon, Lumiere's unique brand of perfume, or it's the one that's got the most specific and obvious Explanation. Abilities you internalize by using a Pictos for the first time or after Pictos in battle enough times. And, you know, I knew the answer because I played the demo.
Abilities you internalize by using a Pictos in battle after enough times.
Well done, well done.
Not really. I mean, I created the Lumiere converter, so...
I hereby officially end our feud. With your departure, Lumiere loses a brilliant light. And a good friend.
You big softy.
It jumps from 0 to 99. Cast puff. You big soft.
All right. Here's a token. Go and spend it on something.
All right, so we get tokens now. Here's CL.
These are yours.
You gonna lecture me on drinking?
I wouldn't dare. Just calculating how much it'll hurt to catch up.
You can start now. Here, let's have it to Sophie, who was always unapologetically Sophie, my fierce and loving friend.
To Soph. Seriously though, this is gonna hurt tomorrow.
Tomorrow comes, but it ain't here yet. I'm not crossing the sea sober.
Sober's better than deathly hungover.
No, not for that.
Not for that.
Ah.
Go have some drinks.
Okay.
Hey, Gustav. Check out the new Pictos I made.
Looks a bit rough. Sure it works?
I've been working on this for months. It's my personal masterpiece.
Your personal masterpiece seems a little... unorthodox?
It's dead useful, trust me. Come on, give it a whirl.
Sure, why not?
Great.
All the morbid curiosity.
morbid
Here's your
curiosity.
token.
You won't regret it. Probably.
Probably, he says under his breath. Weird Pictos. It's unusable as is. Okay.
Hey, Amandine. Having fun?
Oh, hey, handsome. Perfect timing. I'm styling everyone before we ship out. Gotta look sharp when we hit the paintress, eh?
Certainly important. Can you style me up too?
On it. Just bring me a token first.
All right, let's see what you've got.
All right, what do you give me? Gave me a bun. No.
Looking very fine indeed.
You'll die with a
You'll
gorgeous
die
head
with
of hair.
gorgeous head of
Thanks, Amandine. Okay. No. Immediately no. Stop. Ignore all that. We're going back. We're going back to Gustav.
Hello there, Gustav. Perhaps one of these artifacts may prove useful to your mission.
Colette, you've been holding out on us.
Relics from before the fracture, passed down through the generations. The council deemed them trinkets, but I think otherwise.
That's kind of you to share.
I may not be able to join the expedition, but I'd still like to help. One token is all I ask.
Ah, I should have known. Yes, I'm curious. Here's a token.
Take good care of it. Godspeed.
Why, thank you, Colette. Oh, an old key for an old door. So this is one of the things I love about Expedition 33 is that it gives you a bunch of weird little quest items and quests, and then never tells you what they're for until you just find it. It's very Soulsborne in that way.
Gustav, we got something for you.
Gustav.
For your field notes. So, when you come back, you can tell us everything.
They'll definitely want that for the museum. The complete record of the expedition that destroyed the Paintress.
I love that these ones have faith in me.
Oh, and if you find journals from the other expeditions, make sure you save them for us.
All right.
I shall faithfully record all our adventures, every strange and wondrous thing.
And Nevrons.
I can do that. And in return, do you solemnly promise to take care of the shield dome while I'm gone? I'm entrusting you with the safety of Lumiere.
I promise.
Promise.
Adrien?
I'll use everything you taught us, Monsieur G.
Mr. G. Mr. Gustav.
Oh, hey, Gustav, your sister's here.
Yeah, I have to go talk to her. Take care of each other. My darling sister has arrived. She'll kill me if I don't say goodbye. The Chief Counselor honors us with her presence. What? Still mad I'm going?
This is the definition of a fool's quest. My brother's not usually a fool.
I've heard you say otherwise.
You and I both know the political complexities that necessitate the expedition. It's vital for morale, but it's a bloodless guillotine.
You should put that in your speech. Very motivating. They might just find a guillotine for you too.
There are so many things you can contribute to here in Lumiere that'll have a real impact.
Em, you're doing great work, really. Getting things ready for the last generation. You've got it well in hand here. Let me do my part, out there, and win us a chance to live.
We're never going to see each other again.
You're so busy anyway. I barely see you.
Just take care of Mael, okay? Can't believe you're letting her go with you.
Me? You're her guardian too. You stop her.
We're her guardians, not her jailers. She really wants off this island.
Don't you have a speech to give?
You mean the one you so kindly wrote for me?
Just suggestions. I thought it might help you understand.
I do. Understand? I just... Anyway. Yeah, time for my speech.
And the stakes are set so high just based on this first initial quote-unquote light-hearted adventure. Proceed to end the speech. This will conclude the festival. Expedition 33 will depart. Yes, let's do it.
Expeditioners. The Sword of Lumiere. We honor your dedication. We do not take for granted that you dedicate your final year of life to keeping hope alive for all of Lumiere. Some of you are leaving to change the world. Others to discover the secrets of our universe. Some to protect loved ones. Others to find meaning in our all too short lives. As you sail into the unknown, know that Lumiere stands with you. When you battle the Paintress, know that Lumiere fights with you. Let the stones of her monolith crumble. Let her body lie at the end of the world. Unable to paint another death, let the stars no longer be hidden by her oppressive silhouette. Let the world once again watch the sun rise without the shadow of her cursed figure. May the wind of renewal take you to the ends of the earth.
Gotta love a good intro montage.
comes. Thanks to you. Expedition 33.
One hell of a title sequence. Could it get any worse? Better? For our adventurers?
Get ready. You're old. How did you survive the Gommage? Which expedition are you from?
Uh-oh. Old guy's hostile.
Fall back!
If you'll recognize that figure, notice the figure there.
Man! Stop! Come on, we need to go!
Picks up my elf.
He's not following. Putain! What the fuck? Who the fuck was that?
Merde! What do we do now?
Regroup at the rally point. The indigo tree.
Fuck! Run!
What now? What are these?
Come on! Move! Fucking snap out!
Well, shit. Material quality is really high on the character models. And a lot of you saw the preview or demo, and you'll recognize this. This is where that starts. And we're immediately in a beautiful area. Somber music, sad. There's a waterfall, which means there's a secret. Always run into the waterfall. It doesn't clean you off, only healing cleans you off, which you can do here. Very minimal UI. That's something that the game really focuses on doing as much as possible. Is minimizing screen clutter so that you could experience the environments. You do have the choice to show your character customizations, so your wardrobe stuff, in cutscenes or not. Which, let's say you're rocking something super goofy, and if there's something goofy, but you don't want it to ruin dramatic tension of cutscenes, that's a good option. Ignore all the stuff on the screen. Late stage build. And I've got a lot of turns before he could even damage me. And this is expert. But still, early part of this game, I'm going to be outclassing him. So I'm going to maybe counter a little bit, just to show you. Timing window on almost every attack is oh, thank you bot scant cancer widget. That's something that's always good. Maybe not in early sections, but soon enough the level design in this game makes it clear that you should check every nook and cranny. And these have details on them, like you can see sometimes what expedition they're from. Thanks, Kaspov. Yeah, if you want to like the stream, that's great, and I'd love it if you checked out my review. I'm gonna play to the next mime fight and then call it, and then tomorrow I'll be streaming like a little bit more freely with it. But I also have a video coming out tomorrow that's a little bit more explicit, and it'll be marked as such. Gustav's really feeling it here. I don't blame him at all.
You do that, we both die. Hey. Fucking hell. Wake up, Gustav.
Lune. The others.
I know. We're the only ones left. You don't get to die.
And we've already been given enough context on Luna's character as
just
to
a
why
matter of
she's
time
acting the way
before
that she is.
We're already dead. Look around. Look.
This is not a foregone conclusion. When one falls, we continue. Get up. We need to find a safer place. There are Nevrons around.
Lucien.
This is not the place.
Hey, Peter Vickers. Welcome in. This is definitely a game that you should play.
The Lumina converter seems intact. It's about time we test it in real conditions.
It's one of the best games ever made. And it's at a pretty discounted price point if you don't have a PC with Games Pass. I know you don't have an Xbox. If you want to play it for PlayStation 5 Pro or PlayStation 5, it runs great. And it's about 70% of the price of most full price games, but it's better than all the ones out right now. You can shoot too, and here's a weak point.
We did it, Gustav.
Oh, we lost audio.
It really works. We're not dead yet.
Yeah.
Come on. There might be other survivors at the Indigo Tree.
That's right. now with 2 characters. Like I said, check every corner
What
of
have
this
we
place,
here?
of the map. You become increasingly aware of the like just raw amount
We can use that.
of little secrets. Nooks and crannies. Sometimes they lead to super bosses.
I guess this will do. This will be useful. Is that a house?
Looks abandoned.
We can use that.
The indigo tree is not too far from here. If anyone else made it, they'll regroup there.
Yeah.
An advantage.
Here we are, huh?
Yeah. The continent. The indigo tree's over there.
This game is just like unrelentingly beautiful like this. It does everything it can to just like wow you at every corner. And you know, like I said, there's ugliness, and it is
An
just
advantage.
that has to do with, you know, if you kind of peek into the cracks, there's this ugliness that you will sort of recognize if you're close to development or, you know, terminally play games. You may recognize it as like some budgetary constraint, you know, like, and you will notice stuff like that. But that makes the task of overcoming with other quality like places even more impressive to me. So we're gonna just play for a little bit more. We're gonna play the mine fight, which is coming up here.
Well, that will help.
And then hopefully my computer will unmelt itself.
It will be blood of your life. Give us
This was sort of the moment when I was like, okay, I'm locked in. Skip some turns here,
Now was our chance.
just in case I can end this fight.
So much potential. Now is our chance. our chance. Chroma is flowing. Dodge Kasab.
See how difficult I missed that last one because the timing's hard.
Feel the embrace of fire. Let us stain them.
I'm currently silenced, so I can't do anything about that. Silence is broken.
For those who come after.
Overflowing with energy.
So the stakes are always really high. But I think we got through the intro, which is what I wanted to. Like I said, I've got more coming, and I'll be playing through the whole story on stream so that I can compile together the footage of my reactions and my breakdowns of everything. I understand it's opening day, and tuning in is probably going to be happening in VODs, but I still want to have them ready for you. So thank you guys so much for joining, and we will see you soon.